Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Drama Flavored Coffee. This story comes from the subreddit Am I the Asshole? Posted by No Letter 1344. Am I the asshole for refusing to bend the rules on seeing my newborn just for one person, sister-in-law, even if it's the only chance she'll have to see him for months? So I, 34 female, gave birth on Christmas Day. Before my son's birth and to lessen visits, we, my husband, 28 male, made a list in October and sent it out to everyone. Some rules include up to date on all vaccines. If you feel sick anyway, don't visit. Let us know a week beforehand so we can arrange a day time. No smokers. No phone calls or visits between 7:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. You can only stay an hour. No picking up the baby without consent. No advice. No perfume or deodorant. No is no. We won't explain why. No pictures to be taken or posted on social media. If you visit the first time, you will be expected to give mom and me a gift card and a gift for baby from our approved list. Before you ever come, no matter how many times, you will be given a list of either food or groceries to bring with you and a chore for a list of your choosing. No more than 2 visits a week per person. It helps to keep the visits to a minimum and no one can complain about favoritism because everyone is treated equally. Which brings me onto my current situation. My sister-in-law, 20 female, studies in a different part of the country and is rarely home, asked to visit last week before she had to go back to school. So we set up a date with links to our gift list, then sent her the takeout we'd like, including the chores she can choose from. Sent immediately, texted back saying she's broke and she can do extra chores instead. Me and my husband talked about it and came to the decision that if we bent the rules for one person, everyone would want the same treatment. We told her no, that we were very clear about our rules and maybe next time she could visit. She begged, even said she would clean the whole house because it would be June before she would be home again, and we simply texted no. She didn't reply. She left this morning, and we got multiple texts from my in-laws belittling us for using our child as a cash grab. My husband simply replied it was our rules and no one deserves special treatment, then told his family they were on a timeout and blocked them. Since then, my family and our friends have told us we were wrong because she is a broke college student and they would have understood if we looked the other way once. We have tried reaching out to his sister, but she won't reply. Okay, personal opinion. First things first, yes, you are the asshole. And now let's go through this insane list. Okay, most of it's not that insane, but we'll go over it. So, up to date on all vaccines. Okay, that's kind of intrusive, but whatever. It is your house, it's your child. Let us know a week beforehand so we can arrange a day and time. That's reasonable. No smokers, that's reasonable. No late phone calls or visits, that's reasonable. No is no, that's reasonable. No pictures to be taken or posted on social media. Okay, I get the social media part. That totally makes sense. But no pictures taken at all? I mean, that seems a little unreasonable. Why can't family members, just grab a quick picture of the baby to have as a memory? That seems unreasonable. Okay. So if you visit the first time, you'll be expected to give mom and me a gift card and a gift for baby from our approved list. That is a ballsy thing to say. When people visit a child and a mom for the first time, they do generally bring at least a small gift, but to include that in a list of what you expect is tacky. That is beyond tacky. Okay, before you ever come, no matter how many times, you will be given a list of either food or groceries to bring and a chore from a list of your choosing. Okay, that is beyond unreasonable. So not only do you expect a gift, you expect food and you expect them to do a chore in your house. I have never, ever seen a list like this or heard someone demanding such a thing from people who just want to see your newborn baby. And why anyone would agree to this if I wanted to see someone's child for the first time and they say, hey, you have to clean my house before you see my child, I'd say, fuck that. That's just bizarre and unreasonable. It's this list is insane. Like, who do you think you are? Are you married? Did you birth baby Jesus? I mean, this list screams entitlement and superiority complex, and I feel so bad for this kid because it's gonna grow up exactly like you and expect special treatment from everyone around them. And it's going to be a huge rude awakening when this kid grows up and finds out that that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And your poor sister-in-law, she's a struggling college student. All she wanted to do was see her newborn nephew before she went off to college. And you said no because she couldn't afford a gift and bring you food. She even offered to clean your entire house just so she can see her nephew, and you said no. You're not only you're an asshole, you're a horrible, horrible person. And I just can't understand how anyone would agree to do anything on this list. I think you and your husband need to step back and reevaluate your whole belief system right now, and because you're going to lose a lot of family members and a lot of friends if you keep this attitude up. Okay, so now let's go to the comments. To Piggyback says, you're the asshole. Your rules went from 0 to 60. Like smoking and vaccines, yeah. But gift cards and chores? The entitlement is strong with this one. Advanced Extent 420 says, the best part, they planned all this out back in October, so they intended all along to extort everything they could from their friends and loved ones. Amazing. Ruckfedit21 says, this fucking baby better do my taxes and get me a huge refund if I'm required to roll through like the three wise men and provide manual labor from an approved list. What in the ever-loving fuck? Omega White 04 says, and that, people, is how OP and co became isolated from everyone in their life, and no one will ever visit their house or see their newborn ever. Poor baby, growing isolated from family and peers due to their parents being gold diggers and entitled. You're the asshole. Typical Garlic 7308 says, the hell? Gift item and food? You had a baby. You can't cook for yourself? I mean, I understand friends volunteering to bring a meal, but to demand food, gifts, and a chore? Try having a toddler and a newborn working full time. You both sound insufferable. Yeah, OP, definitely do some self-reflection because right now you just look like a horrible person. And denying family members the ability to see your child just because they refuse to bow down to your demands and give you money and give you food and clean your house is just the most insane thing I've heard in a really long time. This story comes from the subreddit Am I the Asshole? From user workstatus9077. Am I the asshole for refusing to attend my son's wedding after his fiancée altered my wedding dress that I gifted her? Alright, so I'm not good with this whole formatting thing on mobile, so be patient. My son, Noah, 24, is getting married to his fiancée, Abby, 25, next month. It's safe to say that Abby and I have been on pretty good terms in the past, except for recently. Since Abby and Noah barely have any money to make ends meet, there was no chance for Abby to get a decent wedding dress. I decided to gift mine as a symbol of love and appreciation. She was happy with it since she likes traditional dresses, and I was happy that she embraced it. Just some days ago, I found out that Abby had altered and made drastic changes to my wedding dress behind my back. I saw the before-after pictures she sent me, and I couldn't help but feel deceived and disrespected. I got on the phone with her and told her she had no permission to alter any part of my wedding dress whatsoever. She acted confused and told me she thought it was a gift, which it was. However, I did not want her to alter it to the point of which I no longer recognized the dress anymore. She explained that she needed to do these things in order for the dress to fit her image of her dream wedding dress that she couldn't afford to get. I let her know that this dress had memories attached to it, and she just erased all that with her irresponsibility and irrationality. I also let her know that if she thought it was okay to disrespect me like that, then I won't be coming to the wedding. She started then. She had Noah come over and start an argument with me about how I unjustifiably shamed Abby and made her feel guilty for wanting her wedding dress to look like she imagined it to be. I told him she should have checked with me first, but he said she didn't have to because the dress has become hers once I gifted it to her, and I lost all say in it. I asked if he'd be happy if he gifted someone a valuable item and then saw them destroy it, which is what Abby did. He said it was awful of me to say I won't come to the wedding because of this. I said that I couldn't help feel disrespected. Why should I attend the wedding when his future wife doesn't respect me? He got his dad to back him up, and they both called me the irrational one and disrespectful one. I just couldn't handle the stress of arguing and had Noah leave the house. He texted later saying if I miss this wedding, then he won't look at me the same anymore. My husband said it's not worth it. Noah is our only son, and not attending his wedding will be devastating. He said I was overreacting and should look at the bright side, that is, Abby embraced the dress when young women her age wouldn't do that. But I don't know. It just feels disrespectful and unacceptable. Am I wrong here? Okay, personal opinion. Yes, I think you're definitely wrong. You gave the wedding dress to Abby as a gift. At that point, you had no say in what she did with the dress. The dress has to be at least 20 years old, and the style then is not the same style now. So of course I would expect her to alter it at least a little bit to fit the modern times. I think that you're just being way too controlling, and you're upset that Abby and Noah are not doing what you want them to do. If you don't go to this wedding, I guarantee that at some point you're going to regret it. Okay, let's go to the comments. Does Fun Bunt says, you are threefold in the wrong for A, giving a gift with conditions, B, not making those conditions clear to the giftee, and C, threatening to not go to your son's wedding because of it. I have 3 words for you. Life's too short, and 3 letters. YTA. You're the asshole. Wild Statement 3142 says, this is all so very, very pointless. OP, what exactly do you think you are accomplishing by taking this stance? The dress is altered. That can't be undone. Unless you happen to own a time machine. You can't change what has happened. But your behavior going forward will affect your future relationships with not only your daughter-in-law, but also your son and any future grandchildren. I get that you are upset that your dress was altered, and you can have feelings of disappointment about it, but venting those feelings all over and throwing a hissy fit isn't going to bring your original dress design back. You can either move forward with an altered wedding dress and enjoy your son's wedding and celebrate his new family, or you can continue with an altered wedding dress and no involvement in your son's life with estrangement and hard feelings. I get that you regret gifting her the dress, but you did gift it to her. I get that you wish you had put conditions on your gift and said no alterations, but you did not. If you weren't ready to part with your dress, then you should not have given it away. You could have offered to lend the dress, but you did not. You gave it away. You have regret, and that's fine, but that regret is yours to process. You don't get to put that on them. They didn't steal your dress. They didn't make promises to keep it the same and then go back on those. They didn't do this. You put yourself in this situation by giving away a sentimental item that you were clearly not ready to part with. I totally agree. You can't undo the alteration of the wedding dress, so there's no point in continuing to argue about that. I suggest you apologize to your future daughter-in-law and your son and just go to the wedding, because if you don't, this is guaranteed to alter the relationship with your son and daughter-in-law for the rest of your life. And that would be a sad thing to see happen, because it's always sad when there's family conflict and you have once happy, amazing relationship and then it ends. So OP, time to suck it up and move on. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Drama Flavored Coffee. If you like this video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel for new content. See you guys next time.